G'day and welcome back to Sydney Trains Vlogs. I am at Central Coffee Inn and heading to work. Today, the date of filming this is Friday the 27th of December 2024, and I just want to say Happy New Year to you all, and just have a bit of a chat with you, just go through all the events that, off the top of my head, that have happened in 2024 and what we can expect in 2025. 2025 will also be quite the big year. I am heading to work. The reason why I'm going the opposite way around today is because Subway Snacks is closed. That's usually pretty close when it comes to getting my train to work. However, with getting the train to work, dodge display. With getting the train to work, there are no Central Coast and Newcastle line trains today, so I've actually got to head up to platform 18 and grab a T9 service to Epping. I could get the metro, but that's alright. I've got plenty of time today, and it's also pretty good that I can sit down and just have a bit of a chat with you all about 2024 and what's to come in 2025. So we'll see what we can talk about. So we've got Olympic Park trains on both platforms here. Olympic Park on platform 18 and another on platform 19. Everything's glowing orange and everything today. It's going to be a hot one. Where I'm working today is going to be 40 something, so it'll be pretty warm. Kind of looks apocalyptic. But anyway, see you on the train. I'll see you when it arrives anyway. And the train that we have is A4. Might be okay upstairs. Sweet.
This station is Central.
Got an N5504. Oh dear, bit of juggle. Some coffee on the seat. Oh dear. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Organize my life. There we go.
This station is Central.
I got a pretty good thumbnail shot, as you probably saw. The clouds and the sky and whatnot made it look pretty cool. Got a case out there too. Alrighty, so 2024. We'll start with 2024. That was a big year. Now I've got to remember what's happened. And I can't even think of one thing. I'm kidding. So look, just dive straight into it, I guess. So we had the community open days for the Sydney Metro extension from Chatswood to Sydenham. We had the opening of that extension, which was probably the biggest event of the year. We had Parramatta Light Rail testing and the opening of Parramatta Light Rail just in time for Christmas, which was pretty good. It was actually quite amazing. We had Marion DSAT deliveries, testing, driver training, all that stuff, and the entry to service. Finally, hold on.
Good morning, customers, and welcome aboard your T9 Hornsby service via Strathfield. Your next stop is Redfern. Change at Redfern for T4 Illawarra line services. Customers are reminded, due to this holiday period, some timetables may be altered or changed. Please visit our website at transportnewsouthwales.info or visit your transport apps for more information. Next stop at Redfern, followed by Strathfield.
very informative card. Anyway, yeah, so finally the entry to service of the Marion D sets, which is also pretty cool. So we've got 2 rosters taken over for the Marion D sets. We've had all the upgrades at Central.
Good morning, customers. Apologies for that last announcement. We are now arriving at Redfern. You can change at Redfern for T4 Illawarra line services. Please mind the gap when leaving the train. This stop is Redfern, then our next stop will be Burwood.
We've had all the other station upgrade videos that I've done, example Waitara, Mount Colah, and the rest. Redfern as well, so that was all pretty exciting. Also, there's so much that's happened to sort of keep track of. We've had the delivery of the CAF Civity set R2. Set number R2, which is going to be replacing the XPTs down the track. The XPTs have just been signed up for another 8 years. Whether they'll actually stick around for that long or not, who knows. But that doesn't mean that we have to wait 8 years for the CAF Civities to enter service, I hope. But I think the XPTs, from what I heard, will possibly, due to the lack of sleeper cars on the CAF Civities, will possibly be... so the XPTs will be staying on the Melbourne to Brisbane, or Melbourne and Brisbane runs, and the CAF Civities will take over like Dubbo, Grafton Casino and whatnot. Whether that's exactly how it's going to happen or not, I don't know. There's probably a few things that I missed out there. 2024 has been such a big year, so that's that. So now we've got 2025 and what we can look forward to in 2025. Start with Metro. With Metro, we have the progress of Sydney Metro West, which is due to open in 2032 and will convey passengers from Hunter Street, so Wynyard, to Westmead via Five Dock, Olympic Park, Parramatta, and some other suburbs in between. We have the Sydney Metro Western Sydney Airport, which is really taking shape. I'm hoping that there may be a community open day or two for the Western Sydney Airport Sydney Metro line. I know there's been a couple already, but I've just been unable to make them. But now it's looking a lot more complete. Hopefully we'll be able to have a couple of community open days for that. And because the Western Sydney Airport itself and the Sydney Metro line to go with it's all supposed to open in 2026, so the year after 2025. Obviously, I'm expecting that maybe the new metro trains will be delivered. So the new metro trains for the Western Sydney Airport line are going to be different to the ones that we have on the M1 Tallawong to Sydenham. So the ones we have on Tallawong to Sydenham are the Alstom Metropolis. They're 6 cars. The ones that we're getting for the Sydney Metro Western Sydney Airport line will be Siemens. There will be 3 cars and they will look different. Why they're going to be 3 cars for what will be a very busy international airport, I don't know. So I just hope they're really frequent. They need to be every 5 or so minutes to be able to sort of keep up with the demand. So pretty much passengers will get on at like the Bradfield stop, so a new city that's going out that way, out near the new airport. They'll get on at Bradfield or the new airport, and they'll get their train to St Mary's, where they can get a suburban train to either Penrith or the Blue Mountains or Sydney City. So that's pretty exciting. Now the next thing I want to talk about Sydney Metro wise is the Sydney Metro Bankstown extension. We'll see a lot of project updates with that. We also have the opening of the Bankstown extension from Sydenham to Bankstown. That's something to look forward to there. So that's pretty cool, very exciting. We have the Bankstown Plaza upgrade, which is going to be connecting Bankstown Sydney trains to Bankstown Sydney Metro seamlessly. You can walk off a metro train and straight onto the Bankstown Sydney trains platforms and get your train to wherever you want to go. You're going to Birrong, Lidcombe, Liverpool, wherever and vice versa. You can get off a Sydney train and walk straight into the metro to the city. So there's that. We look forward to more D-sets entering service. They'll start ramping up the entry to service of the D-sets, which will unfortunately mean that retirement will begin for our V-set fleet. So that's something we've got to do as well. We've got to go out and get some video footage inside and outside the V-sets. Not only the D-sets will take the V-sets off the Central Coastline, they will also take the Oscars off the Central Coastline. Oscars will become suburban. We can also look forward to, some would look forward to, some not so much, the D-sets entering service on the Blue Mountains line, which will ultimately replace the V-sets on the Blue Mountains line. And whether it happens this year or not, I'm not too, this coming year, to 2025 or not, the D-sets will also enter service on the South Coastline, which will replace Oscars there. And as I said before, Oscars will be becoming a suburban train, and hopefully be getting a little bit of an upgrade as well. Hopefully a little bit of a cosmetic change would be good too, maybe a new livery. So yeah, that's some exciting stuff. Also, with the whole D-set entering service thing, with the D-sets freeing up Oscars, that'll mean that Oscars will replace the Tangaras that run Port Kembla services on the South Coastline. With the Oscars going suburban, I hear that the Oscars will be going to Sector 3. So they'll be more than likely running, Barowra, Hornsby, all the way down the North Shore or Northern Line, out to Richmond, out to Penrith, Amy Plains, which would free up Waratahs. Freeing up Waratahs that will go to Sector 2 to replace the K-sets. Now, that whole thing about the Waratahs going to Sector 2 to replace the K-sets thing, that part will most likely not happen until the last half of 2026, as it is a really, really big project. As you can imagine, there's well over 100 D-sets that need to enter service, and it's a big, big project to replace all these other trains. Another thing we can look forward to is the Parramatta Light Rail Stage 2, which will, I'm pretty sure it'll be numbered the L5, which will take passengers from Parramatta Square, which is where it'll start. It'll take passengers along the existing line from Parramatta Square to the Bidgie Bidgie Bridge, and instead of veering off to the left on the Carlingford line, it'll continue straight past the Camellia Light Rail Depot and will head out to Olympic Park via Rydalmere. That's another interesting thing that I was talking to someone about the other day, is that the if you remember Yallamundi, the light rail stop on the Parramatta L4 line, Yallamundi is in pretty much the same spot that Rydalmere Sydney train station used to be on the Carlingford line, and wondering why they named it Yallamundi instead of just Rydalmere. All makes sense now that I hear, it's not 100% confirmed, by the looks of the map, that there is actually going to be a stop called Rydalmere on the L5, or what should be the L5 Stage 2 of the Parramatta Light Rail. So there's that useless bit of information. Let that change your life for the better. So yeah, I mean, I think I've done pretty well with trying to remember what happened in 2024. It was a big year, so I've done quite well with that. Another thing we can look forward to in 2025 is hopefully the testing beginning for the CAF sets. Not too sure if they'll enter service in 2025 or not, but testing will definitely begin. More deliveries of those. The remaining of the Mariung D sets will be delivered in 2025. So yeah, this is going to be a big year coming up. It's going to be quite massive. So yeah, so that's that. So as I said at the beginning of the video, the date of filming this is Friday the 27th of December 2024. So I'm not quite sure. It depends on a certain few things that may or may not be coming up, and the upload schedule and whatnot. You're watching this now, so you know what date it is. Whether I've put it up on the 31st of December or 1st of January, whichever. Another thing we can look forward to as well is the opening of platforms 13 and 14 at Central, which will happen, if you haven't seen it already, which will happen at the very end of 2024, very beginning of 2025. That's what I was talking about. I need more coffee. Just trying to think. I'm pretty sure that's pretty well covered. So we have other station upgrades that we'll probably receive throughout the year. Lewisham's in planning stages of getting an upgrade. We've already gone through the video of McDonald Town getting an upgrade. That hasn't started yet, but it might start this year. And everything else that goes with the possible trips interstate.
This station is
Heritage runs, Transport Heritage Expo. I'm not too sure if I'll be attending Steamfest or not. I've missed out in the last few years. I've just been working and things like that. Admittingly, I haven't been working on the days of the Heritage Expo, but usually, not Heritage Expo, sorry, correction, Steamfest. I've been working, I haven't been working on the days of Steamfest, but the days leading up to are usually quite busy. So as you can imagine, after a hard working week and not really wanting to get up at 3:30 in the morning to get a train all the way up to the Hunter Valley and spend the whole day there and then come back. But we'll see what we can get up to. Anyway.
Good morning, customers. Your next stop is Strathfield. You can change at Strathfield for T1 Western Line services, T2 Leppington Line services, T3 Liverpool, T6 Bankstown, and T7 Olympic Park services. Customers are reminded due to track work, buses replace trains between Olympic Park, Lidcombe and Parramatta. To keep yourselves up to date with track work and more information, please visit our website at transportnewsouthwales.info or visit your transport apps. Next stop Strathfield, followed by North Strathfield.
Very, very informative nerd. Yeah, very good. 10 out of 10. Alrighty, so that's it. That's all for this video. Happy New Year to you all. Thank you all so much for watching and sticking with me for over the past 10, nearly 11 years. It's all greatly appreciated. And much more to come. So thanks for watching. Happy New Year. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video, all that good stuff. And in case I didn't say it, or in case you didn't hear the first 47 times I said it, Happy New Year. Have a good one.
This station
Bye for now.
is Strathfield. Please mind the gap when getting on or off the train.